So I'm here at Samsung King's Cross and I'm going to show you guys the first 22 things you should do with your new Samsung Galaxy S22. I've got my Darth Vader mask here with me. And in the words of the man himself, join me and together we will rule the galaxy. Join me. So first of all, you have an important decision to make. Is your power key a power key or is it Bixby? I call it a power key. So like Jean-Luc Picard would say, let's make it so. Go to advanced settings, side key, and switch it away from Bixby. Number 2, here's how to get widgets on your lock screen. Whilst on the lock screen, hold your finger down on the clock. Scroll to the bottom of this page and hit settings. Here you can choose what widgets you want to use and you can even reorder them if you wish. So if you use Google Chrome on your computer, you'll want to do this one. Go to settings and general management. Then to passwords and autofill, and here you can choose to use Google as your autofill service. I do like Samsung Pass, but in my case, Google already has this covered for me. The S22 lineup has some powerful camera hardware. If you're not a pro photographer, I suggest using this tip. Open the camera app, go to the settings within the camera app and turn on shot suggestions. Now your camera app will offer on-screen advice if it thinks you're missing a trick. So your phone's stereo speakers sound good out of the box, but they can sound even better. Go to settings, then go to sound and vibrations and turn on Dolby Atmos and Dolby Atmos for gaming. Trust me, this sounds good. And here's some more sound advice for you. Your hearing might not be as good as you think it is. Don't believe me? Well, there's a way to find out. And when you do, your phone will tune its audio output according to your hearing abilities. Go to settings, sound and vibration, then sound quality, and then adapt sound. The results you find here might be surprising to you. So the world is full of distractions. Sometimes it's a good idea to quiet the mind and say no to notifications. Go to settings, then notifications, and then do not disturb. And here you can set a schedule for your downtime, and you can allow exceptions to pass through if you want, for example, calls and text messages. So if you know it's going to be one of those days and you need to preserve your power, here are some tips to help you do this. Go to settings, display and motion smoothness. Here you can scale back your refresh rate to 60 Hz and you can also dial down your resolution. And I only recommend you do this if you want to prioritize battery power over performance. Here's a feature you might find helpful. In the display settings, go to Edge Panels. Tap on this to customize the edge panels you want to use. Smart Select is a good recommendation. Also, the weather and apps panels are very useful. You can customize the handlebar and how it looks and where it is and all this kind of stuff. But once you've done this, you can now swipe in from the edge to access your edge panels. Now you've set up your edge panels, you can store app combos in the edge panel. To do this, open the app you want to be at the top of the screen. Now open backgrounding and select open in split screen. Now choose what app you want to be at the bottom, and now you have successfully split the screen. Hit the 3 dots in the center and hit the icon to pin it to the edge panel. It's 2022 and the new way to navigate is gestures. So I suggest you try it. Go to settings, navigation bar and choose gestures. And if you are an S22 Ultra user or Note 22 if you want to call it that, you might want to block gestures with the S Pen. You can thank me for that one later. So if you want to show your phone who is the boss, you could customize your wallpaper. Go to gallery and choose the image you'd like to use. Hit the 3 dots and set it as the wallpaper. And now a new feature to One UI, you can color match your entire system colors to the same color palette of that photo, and you can fine tune this however you like. Now you could get a third-party VPN, but why do that when there's one built into Samsung's One UI? Go to settings, biometrics and security. It's called Secure Wi-Fi. You get 1 GB of data protection for free, which is only used when you're connected to an untrusted network. It is £1.79 a month if you want to unlock the full potential, and honestly, it's worth the money if you're using a lot of public hotspots on a daily basis. If you dabble in NFTs, you'll like this one. Built into One UI is a blockchain key store to protect your digital investments. Go to settings, biometrics and security, and then go to Samsung's blockchain key store to set it up. And just out of interest, let me know in the comments below if you're into NFTs. So this is a back to the basics tip. If you have a big display, you might as well make the most of it by maximizing the grid. To do this, hold your finger on an empty part of the home screen, then select home screen grid, and I personally like the 5x6 layout. The more apps in one place, the better, in my opinion, but it's entirely up to you. Use this how you want. If you're on Android, you've got to get with the widgets. Hold your finger down on an empty part of the screen and select widgets. I like the Samsung Health widget, as you can have a step counter on the home screen, and it's also a shortcut to the Health app. It's entirely up to you. Pick and choose which widgets you want to use. So Samsung's keyboard stores surprisingly a lot of stuff. Try saying that 3 times fast. And it's this stuff I recommend you protect. And you can do this by going to Settings, Privacy, and then switching on Alert when the clipboard is accessed. I suggest you do this for the sake of security. Here's a handy tip for you. Go to Settings, Advanced Features, and One-Handed Mode. This is especially handy for those larger S22 models. There's nothing worse than your screen going dark on you whilst you're reading a fantastic article online on whatgear.net or any other website. You can stop this from happening by going to Settings, Advanced Features, and turning on Keep Screen On While Viewing. So while you've got your eyes on, your screen stays on. Apps use power and can drain power in the background when you don't even realize it's happening. While your S22 is already efficient, there's a setting that can help you save even more power if you use it. Go to Settings, Battery and Device Care, hit the 3 dots in the top right corner and select Automation. Here you can enable adaptive power saving. Did you know Samsung's devices have built-in antivirus software, but it is off by default? To switch it on, go to Settings, Battery and Device Care, and Device Protection. And it's actually a McAfee software that will scan your device for malware and anything else malicious. And you might not need to use it that often, but it's good to know where to find it if you need it. Now here's how to add a secret button to your home screen, and not many people know about this one, so keep it to yourself. Go to Settings, Advanced Settings, and then Accessibility, and then Advanced Settings within this submenu. Here you can activate the hidden accessibility button and choose what you want it to do. Extra dim is something I've been called a couple of times, and it's a new feature on the Samsung phones. You could use this, and you could add multiple functions to the accessibility button if you want to. It's a powerful tool. Use it wisely. And here's a bonus one for you. Go to Settings, About Phone, System Info, and tap the build number 7 times. Doing this will unlock the developer options, which you can now find in the main settings menu. Now you can go to developer options and be careful what you change here. There's a bunch of cool stuff you can do if you know what you're doing. For example, you can even specify what audio codecs you want to use, which I think is really cool. But what I really want to show you is this. You can use the force dark mode and force apps that don't have built-in dark modes to go dark. And I was going to fade to black on this one, but I wanted to show you this because I think it's a really important thing you do when you get a new phone, and that's find a good case for it. And the reason I wanted to show you this one is because I think Samsung aren't making an aramid fiber case this year. So this is my case recommendation. It's the Pitaka Mag Easy 2 case. They didn't sponsor this video. I just think it looks awesome. I've used their products in the past. It's the perfect fit, and it has magnets built into it. So it opens the door to a bunch of magnetic accessories. It really is pretty epic, and there are affiliate links below this video if you want to check those out, and you will be supporting the channel if you click those. And I just want to say, I had only 1 hour with a pre-launch version of this device to make this video, and there were a ton more tips which I didn't get time to add into this one, so I will be sharing more tips and tricks with you guys in the near future. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications on for that, and thank you for joining me in conquering the Galaxy S22, and may the force be with you. Appreciate you guys, and if you just subscribed, you're now one of the finest subscribers known to man, and I will see you in the next one, so don't be late.